Hello everyone, today our topic is microorganisms. What are microorganisms? Whenever we fall sick, there are some agents that are responsible for it. These agents are called microorganisms. In simple terms, we will call them germs. Microorganisms are present in water, air, soil and our body and on the surface of an object. Microorganisms can either be single-celled or multi-celled. They are too small to be seen through the naked eyes. Therefore, to observe them, we use a powerful instrument called microscope. Microscope produced a much larger view of small object, even that of a cell, so that they can be seen clearly. Microorganisms cause diseases. Microorganisms cause different diseases and are called pathogens. Pathogens cause infections in body of organisms, plants and human beings and cause infection diseases. Infectious diseases are those diseases that spreads from person to person quickly. Main group of organisms. Microorganisms are of two different kinds. They are classified either on the basis of their shapes, structure and their feeding habits. Following are the main groups of microorganisms. Viruses. The word virus means poison. Viruses are tiny organisms that live and grow only when they enter the body of the organism. Viruses grow only when they enter the body of organism. Disease like influenza, chickenpox, cold, mumps, polio, COVID-19, dengue, maize and hepatitis are caused by the viruses. Here we can visit the diagrams. Maize, infected child; chickenpox, infected child; mumps, infected child. Bacteria. Bacteria are unicellular tiny organisms. They grow and multiply rapidly because they have the ability to reproduce by dividing themselves. Under the microscope, they are found in different shapes such as round-shaped bacteria, rod-shaped bacteria and spiral-shaped bacteria. Some of bacteria are harmless. The examples of bacteria present in intestine help to digest food. Mostly bacteria cause diseases such as boils, cholera, tooth decay and pneumonia. Here we can visit the pictures of bacteria. Pneumonia, infected lungs, tooth decay and boils. On the other hand, bacteria are useful. Useful bacteria helps in the production of food. Bacteria are used to make yogurt and cheese. Bacteria are also considered as natural decomposers because they break down the complex dead bodies of the plants and animals into simpler substances. These substances provide nutrients to the soil of the growth of new plants, decomposition of plant, decomposition of animals. Next we have fungi. Fungi are multicellular organisms. They can be microscopic and macroscopic in size. Fungi cannot prepare their own food. They feed and grow on living organisms, either dead or alive. Fungi cause different diseases in living organisms like ringworm, athletes of foot. Not all types of fungi are harmful. Some fungi can be eaten as food. For example, some types of mushrooms. Some types of fungi are used to make medicine. Penicillin, which is used to treat infection, is made of fungus Penicillium. Alexander Fleming is credited with discovering penicillin in 1928. Advantages and disadvantages of microorganisms. Microorganisms can be both beneficial or harmful for us. We can observe some benefits of microorganisms in our life. Some advantages and disadvantages of microorganisms are given below. Advantages of microorganisms. Microorganisms are the key players in the production of dairy products by the process called fermentation. Microorganisms are not only helpful to our body, but they are also helpful to the environment. Bacteria help in cleaning water, in treatment of plants, whereas they are used in removing contaminants from municipal waste water. Some microorganisms are used as insecticides that help keep the insects and pests away from crops. Disadvantages of microorganisms. So, microorganisms are very beneficial to living beings in a few ways. They can be lethal too. Microorganisms cause various diseases in humans, plants and animals. Following are the few examples. Typhoid fever is very common infections disease associated with liver functions. It is caused by bacteria. Common cold in human is caused by a group of viruses. Spoilage of food is also caused by growing microorganisms in food. Examples are sowing of milk by bacteria, appearance of mold on bread, rotting of foods or vegetables by both bacteria and fungi. Ways by which microorganisms enter in the body. Microorganisms can enter in our body and cause infections through many ways. They can easily enter in our body through air, water, food, animals or skin. When a person sneezes or has cough, germs spread in the air all around. These germs enter bodies through air when the other person breathes. Water. When a person drinks contaminated water containing microorganisms, these germs are transferred to his body. Contact with skin. Microorganisms enter in our body through cuts, scratches, injuries or even through direct skin contact. Contaminated food contains microorganisms. When a person eats these foods, the microorganisms enter his body and cause diseases. Animals like mosquitoes are also the carriers of germs. They suck blood from an infected person and then they bite a healthy person. The germs are transferred to the person's blood.